We are live. Glad to be back. So last week, unfortunately, had some work stuff kind of get in the way of having more fun. So I got to make sure the bills are getting taken care of. So um, anyway, hey guys, thanks for joining me tonight. This was, I got to thinking, that so many of us sit on so many like open bottles, and sometimes you just need that little nudge to to maybe help you with opening a bottle. And hopefully tonight will be that. If there's something you're sitting on that you're thinking about opening, do it tonight. I mean, who better to share it with than the community? And I'd love to hear what everyone's maybe opening up tonight, just to, celebrate whatever. Hey, it's Tuesday. We're getting close to the holidays, all of that good stuff. But first, let me go back in and say hi to a few people that were in early. Brett Marco. So Brett was in here right away. So good to see you. I know he's out in good old Colorado. So thanks for joining. It must be lunchtime or so for you by now. So my man Dusty Dan, Roy, how's it going, buddy? Trevor Kunkel, must have the day or the night off from plowing the fields. So John Cron, John, how's it going? Cameron Lochner, my fifth favorite Cameron. Thanks for joining, buddy. Let's see. Christopher David, how's it going, buddy? Glad to see you in here. What else we got here? Top Dog, Christopher David, I said before. What else we got? Kenny Killingsworth. Kenny, good to see you. World top whiskey taster, ADHD whiskey himself. I saw he was cleaning up throw up or something from the kids. That's never a good thing. So hopefully everybody is okay. And hey, at the same time, I'm glad to see that you kind of bounced back from all the other stuff. I know the COVID kind of got a hold of things. That's always a little bit of a scary thing. But Katie Turk, the boss. Hey, hopefully you guys are doing really well. It's been too long, and we still have to get that live planned. I know we've been kind of pushing it off a little bit, but we'll get something figured out here pretty soon. Adriana, how's it going? Whiskey Mountains. If for some reason somebody in here has not seen her channel, definitely go check her out. She does an amazing job with the reviews and the scenery and all of that, kind of the full package. So Tim Cornade, Tim, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Kathy Huey, hey Kathy, how are you? I'm glad you could jump in. Appreciate it. What else we got here? Karen, Karen, how's it going? Glad you could jump in. I'm glad all the T-ball and everything is wrapped up. Now you can jump in on some Tuesday night. So Ethan, my main man, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. You and the boss in here tonight. So I've got some. I sent something to Katie before. I've got some news for you guys. So my man Cheech, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. JG, my favorite buddy from Iowa. Good to see you. Viking Bourbon, how's it going? There he is, the man himself, the Bourbon Wrench. T-Dog, how's it going, buddy? What else we got here? I think that's it. If for some reason I missed you, I apologize. I'll catch you. So anyway, hey, hopefully you guys all have maybe a little something you can crack open. I've got a few things that are new to me that either I have busted the seal on them but haven't actually opened them yet. Sometimes I do it just because I don't know. I'd like to just crack those things open a little bit, and makes me feel a little bit better about the bottle finally being open. So Waxter, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. What else we got? All right. I think that's it for right now. So, all right. So leave in the comments below. Hey, if you're going to crack open a bottle tonight, and I hope you pick something, it doesn't have to be expensive or anything like that. It's just a matter of, cracking something open and, enjoying it. And, that's the main thing. So is not leaving all of those things, closed, enjoy them, all of that. I've got a few that are, closed or open or closed for, special occasion. But other than that, most of the stuff I've got is pretty open. So anyway, so all right, what do we got here? So let me see what else we got. So, all right, so I've got a few kind of new things. Some stuff gets sent to us, of course. You guys all know that. So it'll be interesting to kind of go through a few of these. These two, the Elvis one, the whiskey and the rye. So these will be interesting to see what these are. The gimmicky things at times, we all know. It's not always, I don't know, something it's, usually when names are tied to whiskey, put on a bottle or whatever it may be, the gimmicky stuff can be a little bit, I don't know. Most of the time it's young stuff and, not always things that everybody wants to really, consider drinking. But anyway, I've got a few of these things. So I'll bust it open tonight, give everybody my kind of impression or first thought on some of those things. So next week, I guess just to kind of give you guys a little idea of what's going on. So next Tuesday and the following Tuesday, I've got a couple things planned, which will be good. So I've got Brian Tracy from Sagamore, so owner of Sagamore Spirits. He'll be on tomorrow or next week, Tuesday. So we're going to do a fun kind of, we'll have a few of his different whiskeys. He did send a few things or is sending one thing my way. One thing that hasn't been released yet, we'll talk about that next Tuesday a little bit. So that will be fun. It's very interesting considering what it is they've done up until now and maybe about what they're ready to do. So that'll be kind of a fun one. And then the following Tuesday is something that's kind of cool. It's a lot of like what all of us are within this whiskey community, obviously first and foremost, fans of whiskey and everything involving that. It's what a few of these guys did with their brand Short Barrel, and they basically turned it into a whiskey company. So we'll talk with those guys, get some of their story, their background on some of those things, figure out a little bit about, what they had going on, why they decided to kind of start a whiskey company and all of that. And I think if you guys are or are not familiar with Short Barrel, I think you may want to get familiar with them pretty soon. Again, they do all the sourcing. I mean, there's not all of these companies nowadays, outside of the big boys seem to be, sourcing everything. It's just the way it is. You can't produce all of these whiskeys fast enough. So, it's just the way it is. And I think as long as people are transparent, nobody cares. So Junek, loves to see that, buddy. Mash and Journey the Maverick. Hammer away. Can't wait to hear what you think. So yeah, that double oak, I'll tell you, Brett, it's really good. I know the review I did the other day, that's a crushable double oak rye whiskey. I'll tell you that. I was super impressed by it. Love the complexity. It's just very, very drinkable. Little, a little on the desserty side of things. So you have to kind of take that into consideration. And so all of that, yeah, Dusty knows exactly what was going on with the Sagamore stuff. This is one of the things that I'll be doing tonight as well. I'll bust this one. I've kind of opened it a little bit already, but I haven't really gotten into it too much yet. But we'll talk a little bit about what that one is too. So, Ritter, my man, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. And then let's see. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Let me go this way. So these samples right here are for something that's upcoming in 22. Can't tell anybody what it is, and we don't want to tell anybody what any of that stuff is. So the idea with those samples, Jason and I will go through some of those samples, maybe along with one other person, and kind of give our thoughts. And we're setting some things up now for the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club for 2022. So all of that stuff is starting to kind of fall into place. So lots of good stuff coming. So if you're not part of it yet, consider joining. I think I put a link in the description below. If not, you can join through my Patreon page. I'm sure somebody will throw a link up or whatever it may be. So let's see what else we got. So yeah, a lot of good things. We're trying to time these things out as much as possible. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. We got some things releasing on Friday. So it's going to be a crazy couple of months. That's for sure. So we're looking forward to it and all of that. We appreciate all the support, and yeah, we can't ask for anything more. I mean, it's been an awesome ride. That's for sure. So, oh, okay. All right, cool. So anyway, so let's see what are you guys interested in? So here, let me run through a couple of these things real quick. So, and here, I'm going to do this too. So rather than, I was going to open this tonight and share this, but instead, and this is an Eagle Rare store pick. So instead of me opening that, why don't we do this? Let's do this for the Eagle Rare store pick. We'll do a little giveaway tonight with that. Rather than me open it, I've got a couple other ones, and I figured, well, Eagle Rare isn't the easiest things to find, and let's share away. So if there's any mods who wouldn't mind helping keep track of tonight's little giveaway, I would greatly appreciate it, because I can barely read these things, let alone keep up with all of that. So anyway, super chats, fire away. That'll get you in on the drawing for the Eagle Rare store pick. So all those things don't pop up all the time. So, all right, let's do this. So here's what we've got. So obviously, let's start with the kind of the elephant in the room. So thanks, Adriana. I greatly appreciate it. And I still have not forgotten about your samples of the Knob Creek stuff I've got. So I'll get that stuff put together. Maybe even this weekend, if I have some time, I'll get that off to you. So greatly appreciate it. Darrell, here we go again. So anyway, all right. So you have an Eagle Rare pick. I'll add to the giveaway. All right. These are fun. These are always fun when Darrell's, he is the man. I'll tell you, he's got one hell of a collection, and his generosity is second to none. So Darrell, thanks, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. So who knows? Maybe we'll swap them out. You win this one, and somebody will win yours. So that makes it 2. So we now have 2 Eagle Rare store picks. So fire away, and yeah, hopefully you guys, hopefully you'll have a couple shots at a couple Eagle Rare store picks. Now hell, just finding regular Eagle Rare on the shelf is not the easiest anymore. So anyway, all right. So let's do this. I've got these 2 Elvis picks, which are, I don't know. I mean, let's see, what do we got here? So let's see. First one this is the Elvis whiskey. Okay. So this is a straight Tennessee whiskey. So we know probably what that is. Let's see, what do we got here? So then the Elvis the King Rye is a straight rye whiskey, 90 proof. And this is, I believe, MGP. So it's distilled in Indiana and bottled in Columbia, Tennessee. So I know Elvis being from Tennessee, maybe that's the reason they brought some of this stuff back. So more than likely an MGP rye that they then bring back to Tennessee for bottling. So let's do this. So all right, there we go. So fire away, guys. Appreciate everything. Let's see. Let me go back here real quick. JG, my man, 877 MASH now. You got it, sir. Tim Courtney, thanks, bud. Scott, I'll take the Eagle Rare off your hands. I hope you win that. I really do. So let's see. Yeah, no, that's a good one, DJ. That's a good one. Peanut butter. I know he was a big peanut butter banana guy. Yeah, you'd think there'd almost be something like that. So anyway, the rye must be, I'm guessing, is a 95.5, probably from MGP, and then probably a Dickel whiskey of some sort. So a couple other things that we have that are kind of interesting. So again, from Backbone, let's see if you guys can see that, the Forge. So what exactly is the Forge? The Forge is a blend actually of 3 different whiskeys. And let's see, what was that? What was that again? I thought I saw where that was. Okay, yeah, here it is on the very back. You can see maybe a little bit of, that's probably hard. But anyway, those 3 numbers are going to be for the ages of 3 different whiskeys. So let's see, with my old eyes, let me see if I can figure out what this is. So we have a 5-year bourbon, which I'm guessing, probably knowing Backbone, it's more than likely an MGP. And then we have an 8-year rye that's in here. Again, more than likely MGP. And then a 14-year light whiskey. So very kind of cool blend on that. So I'll get into that in a little bit, try some of that along with you guys. But again, hey, remember, leave me leave me a link in the, or, a little comment, and let me know what you guys are opening. I want to know what that is. So what's Ritter have to say? I'll add an EHL or small batch to the drawing. Stuff grows on trees around here. All right, so here you go, guys. I mean, you got 3 opportunities, 2 store picks, and an EH Taylor small batch. So Ritter, thanks, my man. I greatly appreciate it. So hopefully everyone gets in on this deal. It's getting kind of hot and heavy. So let's go. Those are three solid picks. So okay, so here from Lucky 7 Spirits, they did put out some stuff last year, which was, I think, a 6 and a 12 year, and I believe those were blends. I'm pretty sure those were batches or blends or something along those lines. Well, this year they got a 6 and a 14-year bourbon single barrels that they're releasing. So the first one is a 6-year single barrel. These are all Kentucky bourbon whiskeys. This is going to come in at 120.8 proof. So really, really nice proof on those guys. Now here's the big boy. I just kind of cracked this one open. Let's see here. Let's see, how's that look? Is that all right? There we go. Got it focused. So this is a 14-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey coming in at 133.1 proof. Again, aged 14 years, single barrel. So it does say Kentucky on it. So, something with that kind of age, if you kind of do the math, you're probably looking at more than likely, Barton, possibly Beam, but I've tried it already and it didn't really have that beamy kind of profile. So anyway, let's do this, since these are kind of the interesting ones. And a big shout out to my man Young Pei Chang for hooking a brother up with this guy right here. So it's something I had been really looking forward to, and hadn't been able to get one. Well, he hooked me up, and I'm looking forward to kind of hopefully eventually getting a review of that one done. So anyway, so that'll be kind of cool. So let's do this. So you guys want me to open up these Elvis things and see what we've got going on? Yeah. So Ethan, yeah, I'll let you know. Like, definitely we'll get into it here in a second, but I think they're definitely gonna be. I think so far, at least the 14-year, and I know there's a few different of the single barrels floating around out there. So that will be, I guess obviously they're all going to differ from the single barrel, but we'll get into this one here in a minute. But let's crack open. Let me open up the regular whiskey here real quick, and we'll see what I'll give you my first thoughts on this guy here. So this is just labeled as a whiskey, so not a bourbon. And again, this is going to be a Tennessee whiskey. So let's see what else we got here. Dave, my man, thanks, buddy. Appreciate cracking a Knob Creek 15-year here in New Jersey. All right. Used to live in New Jersey. Sayreville is where I used to live in New Jersey. So I know when you live in New Jersey, you're never far from anybody else in Jersey. That's one thing. So what does my man DJ got to say? Opening my first, whatever that is, Ben Riach Scotch equals smoky 12 with some bourbon, sherry, and Marsala. Oh, geez, that sounds pretty complex. A little more than I normally would get into with any of that. So, yep, there you go, Brent. Thanks, I appreciate it. So, all right, let's see what we got. All right, well, interesting. Not getting that big, like, that's bad. I was gonna say big Dickel nose, but that doesn't sound very good at all. So, all right, let's see what we got here on the Tiger. So this is called this one's the Tiger Man. So I don't know if you guys can, I don't know if that's like focusing very good there. Come on, focus. All right, well, it's not. So anyway, called the Tiger Man. So let's see what let's see what the Tiger Man has to say about that. So let me go back here. Yeah, good old Sayreville. Yeah, you're never far from anybody in Jersey, that's for sure. So yeah, no, it's not the Tiger. Ethan's not the Tiger King. So thanks, bud. I appreciate it. Oh, sipping on a little Kentucky Owl Batch 9. All right, big time. We got you. We got you. Nothing wrong with that at all. So it'd be interesting to see what the new batches and stuff coming out, that how everything is once with Dixon leaving. So all right, so little sweet. Boy, not really getting that like mineral or that like Flintstone vitamin note. Maybe, I don't know. It's a little light, so I'm guessing this is probably, some mash bill that was probably thrown into some used barrel along the way. So maybe there's some age to it, but in used barrel. So all right, well, it's very sweet, very caramely. Not really notes of youth. It's just very mild. I would say it's very consistent with a whiskey that just doesn't have a lot going on. It's sweet, it's approachable. I think it would be one of those whiskeys that you could give to just about anybody, in a pinch to drink or sip on, whatever, great, fine. But if you're probably more of a newbie or something along those lines, maybe it would be a little bit more approachable. But slight little bit of a nutty characteristic, caramely, very kind of traditional type of profile on that. So all right, so all right, let's try the Elvis Rye, the King. So let's see what the King has to offer. So all right, let's see what we got here. So usually a fan of the 95.5. These are always, a solid mash bill. I'm a fan of that. So let's see what we've got here. So oh, that's dilly. Jeez. All right, that's usually not my jam. Then sometimes that is what you'll get with some of the younger MGP ryes, is more rather than the mint. The mint usually for me develops more in the older. Oh man, that's quite a bit of dill. Yeah, a little more than I like. Not that it's just usually the dill portion becomes a little bit more forward in younger 95.5 rye mash bills from MGP. Yeah, it's hard to get past that. I mean, there's maybe even like a slight, like grainy, meaning like more of like a hay or grass or something along those lines. Yeah, it's a little young, a little bit of youth on that. Not nearly as much like dill as there was on the nose, a little bit less on the palate. It's still there. But again, at 90 proof, they're all approachable. They're just easy to drink. There's not a lot of complexity, so for anybody looking for, any of that, whatever, complexity, well, you're not going to get it from either one of those. So let's set that one aside. I love rye whiskey, and it's just not, I don't know. I mean, they're average. I mean, they're just, it is what it is, and that's kind of what you've got. So Not a lot to it. It's really not, one you can dive too deep into because there's just not that much there to offer. So let's see what else we got here. Anything else? All right, guys, get in there, get in those super chats. We got three giveaways tonight: 2 Eagle Rare store picks and an EH Taylor small batch. So get in on that deal. Okay, let's see. Sugar Kitty, dill and mint are related to the same chemical. When the concentration dissipates, it moves more towards the mint. Yeah, so clearly that's the case here. So this was a little bit more dill forward right now. And hopefully, again, like as you get into these older, more complex ryes, the dill for me oftentimes goes away and it becomes much more minty. So, all right, David, you are in it to win it, sir. Evening, Scott. Enjoying anniversary tonight, drinking Stag Junior. Well, happy anniversary to you. That's awesome. Stag Junior batch 16, and she is trying Don Julio's private cast tequila. All right, you guys are living the life over there, I see. So that's awesome. Happy anniversary to you guys. Let's see. How's it going, Steve? Good to see you, buddy. Yes, as she says. So, all right. So let's see. Let's bust into from Backbone. I'm kind of a fan. I mean, I like a lot of what MGP does. Even, when you can get something that's got a little bit higher proof to it, I think that's where their stuff really starts to shine. And this has some pretty decent ages: a 5-year bourbon, an 8-year rye, and a 14-year light whiskey. So this should be kind of cool. So here again is the Forge from Backbone Bourbon Company. So yes, Dusty, we're going in. So if you're at your grandmother's place, you could hop on and enjoy a pour with me, but I don't know if you're over there or not. So all right, let's see what we got with the Forge. So kind of looking forward to that. So ooh, nice rich nose. Well, you get some of that really nice kind of candy sweetness with that light whiskey that's there. Really nice spice. Oh, there's something interesting there. It's almost like I almost want to say like Cracker Jacks. Definitely some citrus that's there as well. Oh, man. That's interesting. That's going to be one of those ones that's going to take a little bit of time. Nice vanilla, like a vanilla custard almost on that. Not a lot of spice, sweetness, but man, there's something that's there. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it, buddy. Cheers, buddy. So many good bottles. These entries go to David Babcock for the anniversary. All right, cool. Oh, man, there's something. Maybe even a little bit of a spearmint. I think more of that mint is starting to come out from that aged rye that's there as well. Oh, boy. Yeah, definitely some more of that mint. A little bit more of like a candied mint. Nice. Really nice. Ooh. That's different. Very bright, like alive. There's something that's very like almost effervescent to it. I'd be interested to hear what I know Dusty will be putting out his review soon, so you guys can go check out his video. So Waxter going to be joining you with a glass shortly, thinking I will open up white labeled Queen of Kentucky. Oh, there you go. So those were two different ones. I think the white label Queen of Kentucky versus the black label. I think the black or the blue, whatever label, is almost like an old fashioned in a glass. That's kind of where it's very cocktaily, the dark label. And then the white label, little bit sweeter, fruitier, little bit more of a typical profile. But again, you've got a nice whiskey with some really nice age on it. So that's going to be kind of cool. So, all right, what else we got here? Yeah, that's kind of interesting, Dusty. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe there's some like a little bit of like an orange citrus on there as well. Yeah, this is probably going to be one of these that I'll probably have to dive into a little bit more, let it get a little more airtime. I was going to try to do the review of this one Thursday, which wouldn't release this week anyway, but still, that's one that probably needs a little bit of airtime just to see what it does. Yeah, yeah, this is almost a little bit of that kind of cocktaily ish. What's the proof on that? I think 110. Boy, lot more orange citrus comes out in that. That's crazy. Now, if anybody wants to check out one of the greatest podcasts ever in the world, my man Perry has shown up. I greatly appreciate you being in here, buddy. Good to see you. Awesome podcast, by the way. If anybody hasn't listened to it, if you've maybe been hiding under a rock for a little while, definitely go check out my bourbon podcast. So, what else we got here? You got it, Wrench. Made us all happy. Very happy. What else here? Yeah, that's interesting. Very orange forward on that one. Nice effervescent, nice spice, more spice on the back on this one. Boy, that's gonna be very interesting, I think, as that develops. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set that one aside. I'm gonna come back to that in a little bit, but I'm gonna let that open up a little bit and just see what that bad boy does. I'd like to kind of get into that a little bit more. So, what else we got here? Okay, so what do we got here? Adam, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. I still have to get in there and watch that Instagram thing that you did of all of the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club picks. He did a couple of head-to-heads, 2 different shows. So I got to get back in for the second one and check that out. So anyway, hey, Scott, just opened my Liper's Fork. I think it's called Lipers or Lifers. Liper's Fork. Sorry if I butchered that. Fork bottled in Bond, Tennessee whiskey. It's very nice. First time trying it. Cheers, bud. Yeah, I'm always interested in hearing and seeing and people trying different things. So that's awesome. So, all right, what do you got, Taya? So sipping some Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. Can't go wrong. Nice, good MGP there. Yep, Ritter Cocktaily. Word of the night. That is the word of the night. Cocktaily. Cocktailish. Cocktaily? I don't know. Maybe it's a word. Maybe it is tonight anyway. So, nah, you're not going to blush. Come on. You know you got a good podcast. So, Stuffaluffagus. Pear Bear. Okay. What else we got here? There's something just not right about that. I refrain from saying those types of things very often. So I'll leave that up to you guys though. So what else we got here? Yeah, I'm hoping that one opens up a little bit. So then the other 2 we've got, keep firing away, you guys. If you got something in there, or get in on the picks, or leave a comment. Let me know what you're getting into. Love hearing what people are sipping on, or some things people have been kind of disappointed in, whatever it may be. So moved on to some Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 6. Man, you are big time tonight. So that's crazy. So most polite gangster. The most, yeah. Those are 2 things that don't go hit it. A polite gangster. I'll do my best. Good old Big Sexy never ceases to amaze me. So, cheers, bud. Thanks for the super chat. You are in it to win it. So another person who needs even more whiskey than we already have. So, but hey, I appreciate it. Thanks, bud. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So next up from Lucky 7 Spirits. So my guess, again, without knowing, is it's probably sourced from Barton. I mean, so much stuff is nowadays. So let's see what that has to offer. This is actually the first pour of the 6-year. I've had it open for a little bit, but I haven't haven't actually tried that one yet. So Tyler, thanks, buddy. Cheers, Scott. First time tuning into your live. Well, thank you so much. Glad you could join tonight. Greatly appreciate all the support. Cheers, bud. What do you got here? Peerless rye pick. They call it lemon bundt cake, and they're spot on. I'll tell you what, some of those Peerless, which we've got coming at some point down the road, we've already kind of announced that. So a couple other things. And I'll tell you what, for 22, there's some things that we just got the word on less than a week ago that you guys are going to be, I would say, pretty happy that we're going to be adding to the portfolio. So if you've been considering joining the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club, now will be the time to do it. So we're trying to set things up now a little bit more secure through MailChimp and through more of an email type of platform versus going directly through Patreon, so that we don't have people coming in at the last second and stealing, picks from you guys or anybody who's been part of the, just kind of part of the whole journey with us the whole time. So it's going to be something really cool. So, but we've got some really good things coming that you guys are going to want to definitely be part of. So, let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, everybody. I mean, you used to be able to find it, not so much anymore, that's for sure. So, what else we got here? Yeah, I think Jeffrey's responsible for probably buying half of the the O Sherry picks. I'll tell you, he loved it. That was a heavy sherry influence, but man, that is a flavor bomb. That is one big bad, sherry. I'll tell you that. It was really buttery and thick and viscous and all of that. So it really turned out well. So I can't confirm or deny whether or not that's something that will be happening. Stay tuned. I know you're part of the club. A lot of people in here are right now. So Junette coming in strong. Appreciate it. What's your favorite of the 2021 so far? M&J excluded. Oh man, that's man, it's a tough one. Right? I mean, to be honest, like right now, I mean, I was a really big fan of, and there's a few other things that are in the mix, but one that comes to mind right now is I absolutely loved the Remus 5. There was just something about it, even at 100 proof, it just kind of resonated with me. It's everything that I love about a really nice, bold, whiskey. And again, that's one of those things where they don't always have to be super high proof to have those flavors. Now, again, I'm sure it helped a ton to have the youngest whiskey in there, be 13 years old. And I think there were upwards of 16 or 17-year-old whiskey that was in there. So, that's where a lot of that complexity comes in. So that time that those whiskeys sit in those barrels picked up a lot of really, really nice, flavors. So I know some people say it's better than 3 and 5 were very similar. But for me, I think 5 so far has been the best release of all of them. So thanks, boss. Appreciate it. What bottle am I winning tonight? If there's anybody, I can almost guarantee one of the Turks will win one of these things tonight. It always happens. So cheers to the great picks coming out. M&J Whiskey Club. Just kidding. Give an entry to Dave. All right, Dave, you got some good things coming your way, buddy. Hopefully the anniversary pays off for you tonight. So that's what I need to do. Go on one of these like other live streams and tell everybody it's my anniversary. I mean, I'll be lucky, but I don't win anything. So it wouldn't even matter. So thanks, David. Appreciate it. Thanks, Scott. The Hawk. Yes, the Hawk for all you do. Appreciate it. Go Braves. Need to close it out tonight. So if I'm I'll definitely root for the Braves. They took out my Brewers early on, which was kind of a bummer, but yeah, I'm kind of rooting for the Braves at this point. So, all right, let's see here's what we got right now. So Let's see if that will pop up here. There we go. Lucky 7. So this is the 6-year single barrel coming in at 120.8 proof. Again, that's a single barrel, age 6 years, as it says on the front of the bottle. So, all right. So let's see what we've got. All right. So that's a little bit more of the Barton profile. So like up front, actually nice oak, some really nice sweetness on it. More oak than I would expect on a 6-year. Very vanilla forward. Still some nice baking spices. Oh boy, that's nice. Very caramely. So there's a lot of like nice fresh caramels. You know, very kind of a traditional type of bourbon profile. Actually, a little bit of heat coming on that. So 120. What did I say it was? 120.8. So yeah, definitely a little bit of heat that's there. All right, let's give this a try. Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining tonight. Appreciate it. It's nice. Definitely some heat there. Not an off-putting heat. It's just more of that really nice, lingering spice. Maybe a little bit of an oak tannin that's there. Nice vanillas, nice caramels. You know, very traditional kind of bourbon profile so far. A little bit of those dark fruit that kind of comes through. Cheers, Richie. Good to see you as always, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Always good to see you. Paul coming in with some, I don't know if that's euros or whatever it is, but Paul, thanks for joining. First time listener. All right, awesome. Hopefully you're also watching. What is your opinion on JD and what are the best ways to drink it from Ireland? All right, cheers to you. Thank you so much. Maybe if you're in Ireland, maybe it would be close to Wednesday morning, possibly at this point. Could be. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you joining, bud. So Jack Daniels, I mean, okay, so I'll say excluding any of the regular stuff, I mean, I think they're LEs, things along those lines. They're barrel proof ryes, they're Tennessee tasters, those types of things. I think those are kind of in that, you know, special category where it's just really nice, well done, you know, whiskey. So outside of the old number 7, you know, I guess in a pinch, if it's the only thing you've got, fine. I mean, it is what it is. It's probably more of a cocktail, you know, drink or, you know, a whiskey and Coke or something like that. But yeah, in a pinch, old number 7 is fine. But where they kind of have really resonated or hit home is a lot of their kind of like special or LEs, the barrel proofs, the barrel proof rye, all of those things. Again, Tennessee tasters. You know, they're doing a really nice job with some of those things. So thanks for the question. Appreciate it. Timmy coming in. How you doing, buddy? Where do you find those Bardstown Square Collaborate? Man, I got those a long time ago. When I first visited the distillery, that's what they had. So those were what I got there. So I've got a couple. I've got 2 open and well, one of each and a backup of each. So yeah, they're pretty cool. It's an interesting bottle, always was. It's honestly probably one of my favorite bottles that they've done or that anybody's done. It's just something that's very kind of cool about that bottle. So yeah, I got those. This is probably going back, I bet, maybe 5 years ago now when the distillery kind of first opened. That's what they had available. So that's what I got. So thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. You are in it to win it. What else we got here? Yeah, so I don't know. I kind of like for a 6-year bourbon, again, single barrel, there's a little bit more substance to this. I'm thinking this is probably where the proof is definitely helping this whiskey right there. So I'm liking that. That's a freaking shit show right there. I mean, it's almost embarrassing calling myself a Dolphins fan. As much as you don't think things are going to get any worse, they just somehow seem to get worse. But anyway, I digress. That's for a whole other time. Dolphins, embarrassing. I think without knowing exactly the price, I want to say this single barrel is maybe in that, a little more citrus kind of coming out in that now too. Maybe in that, I think $65 range, if I'm not mistaken. Might be more. I could be way off on this, but I think the 14-year, which we'll get into in a minute, is a little bit more. I think that's more along the lines of, that might even be 115, 125, something like that. But again, consider what it is. So I mean, the day and age of those kind of aged whiskeys, which there's not a ton of, especially Kentucky stuff, maybe some George Dickel, you can get some of those older ones like that, some MGP, but to be honest, there's not a lot of that stuff around anymore. So when you start getting into some of these aged whiskeys, to find them at these 100, in that, let's say 100 to 150 range, it's really not even a bad price to be honest anymore, knowing where and how some of these, these bourbons are produced, who they're coming from. We all have a good idea of where some of these things are coming from. So, but yeah, we'll dive into that one here in a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's pour that. We'll give this one a chance. And again, I had a little bit of this the other night, and from what I remember, it's very nice. It's a little bit oak forward. So if you like and you don't mind a little heavier oak, then maybe that's something that will be for you. So, Big Vic, what are you winning tonight, brother? Let's see what we got. What am I winning tonight? I never win. The Hawks Channel cheese. How's it going, bud? Well, you're in it to win it, that's for sure. So, yeah, I would agree, Tim. So the lucky 12-year was pretty solid. I would agree. And I don't remember if that was a single barrel. So I think they said with these that there were a few barrels that they felt were fairly special that they didn't want to include in a blend. Therefore, they decided to bottle these all individually. So I think that's why we ended up with. Oh, I'm getting my. Geez, I'm gonna pull a Calori here in a second. I'm gonna trip over my microphone. Holy cow! So yeah, I think that was kind of the story behind some of the single barrels that they were releasing this year, was because they felt some of them were special enough to have included in their single barrel stuff. So, definitely hit it, pound it, smash it, whatever they're calling it. The Quebec Nordiques. I remember the Quebec Nordiques. All right, let's get into the 14-year. So again, this is a 14-year. Let me show you the label on this bad boy. So there you go. There's the 14-year single barrel. Really nice. So really good color. I mean, you guys can see. I mean, that color that's pretty much what it looks like in the bottle. So you'd expect that on a 14-year single barrel. Again, 130. What was it? 133.1 proof. So we're getting up there into the hitter category right there. So all right, let's see what we've got here with that. Oh man, a lot of like nice sweet like oak. You get that like deep, rich like oak on some of these old whiskeys like that. Well, like definitely some tobaccos and leathers. Oh man, that like leather and tobacco is really nice in this. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, Tim, I think it might be in that range somewhere, give or take $20. I wouldn't say it's less. I'll have to double check and see what the price is. Let me see. I don't know if I have that with me. I thought I had the price sheet or whatever, but no. Yeah, so I mean, for 14-year, a 14-year single barrel, 133 proof. I mean, man, honestly, there's just not that much of that stuff around anymore. So get in there. So I mean, you guys got three picks. You're not going to get two Eagle Rare store picks and an EH Taylor small batch for $5 entry. I'm going to enter myself here, I think, if I can. Can I win my own? Can I win my own thing? That'd be kind of cool. Steve, yeah. So some of the Oak and Eden, I know they've got those like kind of like those oak like spires that they put, in the bottles to kind of maybe do like a little bit of like a rapid aging kind of process. But Danny boy, how's it going, my man? Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably in that range. I think it's probably worth it. It's so far it's nice, but I'll get into the palate here in just a second, see what we got. Give you guys a little better idea. But the nose is really nice. It's definitely, rich, like rich, sweet oaks, nice dark fruit. Definitely those like leathers, tobaccos, all of that stuff. I'm with you. Go Braves. If there's anybody who's going to win it, I'll root for the Braves. That's for sure, Hendo. I don't know about pro, but I give it the old college try. That's for sure. I gotta get you and Jules on here, have a good old time, loosen up a little bit, right? You guys always seem to be having a good old time, but without a wingman or the other person, it's tough to have too good of a time. That's for sure when you're by yourself. But like Dan and Sean, when you can fuck around and do all these fun things, it's much easier to do that. So I can only tell so many jokes to myself. Yeah, it's nice. I like the nose so far on this one. So. Nice, man. Again, the nose and palate, very similar. Little dries a little quicker than I normally would like, I would say. But again, nice fruits. Definitely those leathers and tobaccos. All of that, very present. Boy, I mean, I would say it's heavy oak, not tannic or not off-putting. It just got that nice oak profile to it. So you've got to like, for that, you've got to like oak, I would say. Finish is nice and long, really nice spices. You do get some of those like underlying vanillas and caramels, but it's not dominant. It's really heavier on those bold things, a lot like the leathers and the tobaccos, things like that. Maybe a slight citrus note that's there, but it could be lingering from some other things as well. So that's okay. That's all right. You guys can do this. You know your shit. Don't shortchange yourself. That's for sure. Nobody can. You guys definitely can't shortchange yourself. That's for sure. I just told myself a joke, but it was really funny to myself. But nah, I don't know. Those guys are good. They're pros. That's for sure. So, yeah, and so yeah, that's a nice one. I'm digging that. I mean, if that's in that, here's what I'd say with this. Again, you have to like the oak, a little bit of dryness. There's some boldness that's there to it. So you've got to like that kind of whiskey that's got that, that little bit of age to it. You got to like some of the dryness that's there as well. So, so that's something. Let me go back. This is the 6-year now. Boy, I have way more citrus on that 6-year on the nose. Man, it's crazy to go from that 6 to the 14 and just the difference in that oak and leather complexity that's there. I mean, night and day, and it should be. I mean, that's just the way it should be. So, Scotty, you are in it to win it, sir. That's right. No comment needed. Just $4.99 and boom, mic drop. I'm winning this bitch. Yeah, the 6 is nice. Actually, the 6 almost seems to be a little like spicier. I think there's definitely less oak on that. A little more spice that's there, but really, really nice for the most part. So yeah, I'm kind of digging both of them. Good proof on both of these. I can see why they excluded these from wanting to throw these into any kind of batch. I think these are really nice on their own. And again, I think if the price points, you know what, hang on a second. Let me see if I've got something that says what these are. All right, you can hear me, but you can't see me. I'm just doing my a lot of dance moves here. So okay, now we're official. So okay, so here's what I was so in full transparency, they sent these 2 bottles for reviews. So which again, I really don't care, and I've told people if things get sent to us, then we're still doing our reviews, unbiased, and that's just the way it is. So all right, so the 6-year comes in at $85, and there were 2,500 bottles. So I mean, I don't know, in today's day and age, a single barrel, 120 plus proof, 6-year Kentucky bourbon, $85, whatever. So, all right. So here's a little bit of a shocker to me. So the 14-year single barrel, 133.1 proof. Let me know in the comments what you think the MSRP on that is. So it's a Kentucky bourbon whiskey, aged 14 years old. Let me know in the comments what you think the price on something like that is going to be. So I've got the official price sheet from them. So this is coming straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. All right, JG, 150, 225. 137. All right, interesting. How's it going, Jules? Looks like the lakes are rocking and rolling tonight. 179, 86. I wish it was $86. That'd be great. 175. Yeah, some are closer than others. That's for sure. You think? Well, time to make the run, the KFC run, right? All right. So anyway, I'll tell everybody. So they got in here 14-year single barrel, 133 proof, $135. That's pretty damn good, man. I mean, I think it's probably in today's day and age. I mean, I think they're maybe shortchanging themselves by a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of fair. I mean, I guess if you put this in comparison with, let's say, Bardstown Bourbon Company, what are some of those? I mean, some of those have some ages, but again, those usually have one higher aged and then blended with some younger stuff. But again, it's a blend, not a single barrel, not as high a proof. This is a 14-year single barrel for $135. I mean, I don't want to say it's a deal, but in today's day and age of what these are, man, that's not bad. That's really not bad at all. So, all right, Todd, get that ER store pick. There you go. You are in it to win it, sir. All right. So yeah, if anybody wants in, I'll probably stay on for another, who knows, 15, 30 minutes. If anybody wants to have a shot at 2 Eagle Rare store picks and or a E.H. Taylor small batch, then please fire away. Hit me with those the super chats, and you guys will be in it to win it. That's for sure. All right, Adam, what do you got for me? Where do we find that awesome Mash and Journey Whiskey Club shirt? Let's see. I'm sure I've got a link. If anybody can, I don't know if anyone can even pull a link or something or whatever. But if not, I'll send you the link. I think I forgot to pay or put the links and stuff in today's. Hang on here. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. Bear with me here 1 second. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll throw a link in here for you real quick. All right, bear with me here. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, that's my bourbon journey one. Sorry. Shoot, hang on. All right, here, bear with me here 1 second, unless anybody else has got it. But yeah, all right, John. I mean, I think, hey, $140. I mean, 14-year single barrel. I would agree. I think it's a good price. I mean, it's probably fair. I mean, it's in that Calumet Sam Houston realm. I mean, it's probably all of that. This is higher proof. That's one thing with the Sam Houston. I don't think they're usually that high a proof. Calumet, I don't think is either. So if you factor in proof and what it is, then it's probably a pretty solid deal. So all right, let's see what else we got. Here we go. Let me find that one for you. Oh yeah, I think that is all under there. So, oh no, here it is. This is where these will be. So this will be all the Mash and Journey stuff. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there you go. So that's the Mash and Journey. So you can get these shirts, and then also we've got coming. If you guys want to hit me up on email or whatever, we do have. I did just place an order, a little while ago, and I should be getting them in hopefully very soon, like right here in the first part of November. We've got the Mash and Journey for you guys that are part of the Whiskey Club. We did order some Kenzie glasses. So those are coming in. Same logo, all of this stuff. Deep etch, so it's awesome. So we'll have some Kenzies, a few more Glens coming in. So if you're interested, shoot me an email, let me know. Some people have done a pre-order to make sure they secure them. So if it's something you want to do, we can do things through, PayPal, Venmo, whatever it may be. So, all right, what do you got, Junik? All right, time to watch something with the wife. Yep, you got it. Yes, I do have your address. If you're in it, then you'll be good. So we've got that. All right. So anyway, I agree. I think this is definitely worth the $135. I wouldn't have any problem with this. I think this is probably in that really nice comparison to like Discovery 5, I would say, which was something I was a huge fan of. 6, which I think is the one that they just released, 6 or 7. I think it was 6. That was some of the ones that maybe it was 4. Maybe 4 was the stuff. 5, I think, was the stuff with Dickel, and 6 was the same as well. So, but I think, oh yeah, dude, I want to check that out. So I'm holding tight, but I'm definitely going to be checking that out. Good call. I wouldn't be watching this. I'd be watching Dune. That's for sure. Screw me. Yeah, so the frosted ones, the one thing we've run into, Richie, with that is apparently those are floating somewhere out in the Pacific or down in, I don't know, the Atlantic or wherever they're on. We've gotten the info that there're just not many of the frosted ones available. So I don't know. So yeah, we'll see. But let's see. What's Darrell got? As always, not in the giveaway. I'm cracking this ECBP C919 tonight. I only heard great things from this. 136. Yeah, that's a good one. And again, you're talking value bourbon. Even if that thing is $75 or $80, I mean, you can't even beat that. I mean, it's crazy. And I think the ECBP that we released for the club, I think that was like $85, but still, I mean, it's hard to beat. It's such a great bourbon for that kind of price that it's just, it's almost undervalued in today's day and age. I know how they're able to do it because of quantity, but man, it's such a good bourbon. And that one that we were able to get, I'm biased on a lot of them, but anyway, let's see what else we have here. You're in it, Jeffrey. Yeah, you guys can let me know. Shoot me an email if anybody wants to either a Glen or the Kenzie. I did order more of the Kenzies because I know some of Jason's people were wanting some of those, so we were able to get a few of those, and it's a cool glass. So thanks for the update. All right, go Braves, you got it. All right, let's go back to this. Man, it's hard to stop. Really hard to stop drinking this one. This is a really nice bourbon right here. Man, that is like rich, really rich. Everything I love in a really good bourbon. And that's the thing, when we're doing the picks, like these are the things for me that really resonate. So the richness, the complexity, long finish, something big and bold, all of that, that's something that I look for in any whiskey. So that's my benchmark for things. And then I just work off of those accordingly. So that's what I try to do with the picks. Jason, we're good in terms of the offset there for what we both do. We're good compromising on things, and we both like a lot of the same things. We both look for something a little bit different and then play off of that and kind of really break it down and figure out what it is that we really want. So let's see, what's David say? You won my loyalty, Scott. Just join Barrel Proof tier and Patreon. Keep up the good work. Thanks, buddy. I greatly appreciate the support. And that's the thing. I mean, we both appreciate all of that. I mean, it all helps to not only support the channel, but it allows us and continues us to do and get these things for everybody, part of the whiskey club. So, I don't want to talk all about that or whatever, but man, we've got some really good things coming. We've partnered with some really good people. We're trying to do different things next year. This time we'll have our own beer that we're releasing from a 4-gate barrel. So that's something cool. I know we had mentioned it before on some other lives. So different things. We might even have some other cool things coming in the coffee category. So man, we're always trying to do something fun and different for you guys. So, that's one thing we always want to do is bring quality and something different, maybe unique. I know it's not always different and unique from the standpoint of that, but we're always going to bring you really, really nice whiskey. So Joe, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you in here. Appreciate that. Good luck to all entry. All right, let's read here. That's a little bit better. Good luck to all other entry participants. Cheers all. Cheers to you, buddy. Good to see you as always. Hendo, man, you're really trying to win something tonight. Whiskey Mountain said the Braves score when I super chat. Worth a try. Maybe you'll win tonight, right? All right, I'm going to go back to this one here. I don't know the price. I've got to look it up, but I'll probably be doing the review on that one soon, but I'm really digging kind of what Backbone does. I know they do a lot of the sourcing directly from MGP. Let's see if that says, yep, good old distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So you can always count on them to be producing some pretty nice MGP stuff. So we'll go back to the Forge. So again, for anybody who is tuning in a little bit later, what the Forge from Backbone is a 5-year straight bourbon whiskey, an 8-year straight rye whiskey, and a 14-year-old light whiskey. So really cool combo on this Backbone, the Forge. Plus I like the logo, man. It just kind of really stands out. Something kind of cool about that. I don't know what it is, but I kind of dig the red and the black and gold like that. So it's a little old schoolish, but I'm kind of digging that. Did I miss one before? No, I got Joe's stuff. Richie, what did Richie say before? Scott, your favorite ECBP of the last 3? Oh, my favorite of the last 3 years. Man, I really like the C920. I really like that. going back, well, 17, that would have been, 17 was one of my favorites. That would have been the B517. I know it's a little older, but I've liked a lot of the C batches. Some of the Bs have been pretty good. A's, I don't know. Some of the A batches don't always seem to be necessarily the best. But little bias in terms of the barrel that we were able to get for the club. That turned out fantastically. That was an interesting day. That was one of those things where the first couple barrels, we were prepared to walk away. We thought once we got to the last ones that we were getting into, we were not happy with what we were tasting, and we were very prepared to walk away at that point. Then we got to literally the last barrel, and it was the one that you guys ended up getting, and we think we hit a home run with that. So it's been yeah, we're really happy with that. So all right, that's a lot more vanilla on that. Definitely some nice citrus notes. Man, that's almost it's very similar. I don't think it's maybe quite as spicy as the Queen of Kentucky that we did. Where is that? I don't think it was quite as spicy as this one. This was very much for me like an old fashioned, or maybe even a Manhattan. Probably more of an old fashioned with the spice and everything that's there, but much more of like a cocktail in a glass type of whiskey. This is similar to that, I would say, but maybe not quite as spicy. The light whiskey that's in there definitely hits you with some of that nice sweetness. I don't even know. I was trying to find out some of the information on this one the other day, but I wasn't able to find a price on this one. So what would Dave say before? Braves on the board. Let's go. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, buddy. Always appreciate all the support. I mean, we really do, and we try to do all these things for all of you guys. So it's a lot of work. You know, it's time consuming, all of that, but it's at the end of the day, it's whiskey, and we're still having fun. So greatly appreciate it. So Rain, good to see you. Cheers. I need some Eagle Rare in my life. Yeah, why not? Worth a shot. You got 2 shots of the Eagle Rare or a E.H. Taylor small batch. So pretty good odds, I would say, for the most part. I always figure with some of these things, it's kind of worth a few bucks. I mean, just to throw your hat, like kind of in almost like a fireball type of deal. So not to steal something from the shelf turds or anything, but it's kind of one of those deals. But yeah, I'll tell you what, this Backbone, the Forge, I'm kind of digging what this is. It's one of those things where it's different, it's unique. It's slightly different, and I think it's one of those whiskeys that's going to be always evolving and changing, which is something I really dig in a whiskey, where it's just not so like either, you know, one-dimensional, or you get a lot of just those traditional kind of whiskey notes or bourbon notes. This is definitely something different, unique, and I think it's probably worth, you know, seeking out. Now, again, the price point will be something to kind of keep an eye on, but I'm guessing this is probably going to be, if I had to guess, 110 proof blend of 3 whiskeys with some age, 5, 8, and 14-year whiskeys. I don't know. I'm guessing that's probably going to be in that 80 plus range, something like that. So I think it's probably definitely worth having for that. I think it's a really nice sipping whiskey. That's something, again, that's different and unique. And that's not always the easiest thing to find nowadays, is that something that's a little bit, you know, so different, but still very enjoyable. So those are two really nice combos right there. So I'll do a review of these two, you know, but I guess what I'd say about the that was my attempt at Elvis stuff. Bad bad impersonation, but they're they're good, I would say, for the entry market. I think they have a place that's probably where it is. And in all honesty, I mean, it's got Elvis on the front of it. We know probably what they're gearing towards a little bit there. So maybe the collector, the Elvis collector, something along those lines. But, you know, they're just, you know, average, I would say at best, kind of, you know, whiskeys, both the whiskey and the rye. So, all right, what do you got, Adam? I'm in. Good luck to everyone. Yep, good luck to you, buddy. Appreciate that. What does my fifth favorite Cameron have to say? Scotty, the Forge almost sounds like an amped up NASA Family Reserve with blending combo. Yeah, I guess it's maybe that. I forget what the NASA was with that, and that's probably a good combo. I don't know the ratio of these. This, I think, probably has, in all honesty, maybe a little more complexity to it. I don't think it's as thin maybe as the Nassif, which is still good and it's something I enjoy. This might have a little bit more, maybe have a little more substance to it, possibly. So, yeah, that was a little. Give you one of those. What do we got here? So yeah, I mean, I think these are all pretty solid. I mean, they're all good, you know, some better than others, of course. You know, I think for the newbie, you know, fine. Elvis collector, great. You're good there. This, I'm going to give that a buy recommendation. I think that's worth having because of the profile it has. It's different, unique, some nice complexity to it as well. You know, these two I think are really nice. I think they're both, you know, the 14-year by far for me, the most complex. I think it just has an awful lot to offer in terms of what you want in a really nice, well-aged bourbon. And I think the 6-year is one. This is kind of sneaky good for me. It's one of those things that is just, it's really good. The proof hits nicely on it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Way more citrus. I keep coming back, and that's one thing that really kind of remains or lurks in this 6-year is the citrus. Man, I'll tell you what, that 6-year, it's got some nice spice to it. It's really nice. Let me see what they say real quick about these. Yeah, basically them just saying that they felt these single barrels were special enough where they didn't want to add those to any kind of batches. They wanted to leave those as single barrels because they felt they were special enough. So, what's up, Dark? Good to see you, buddy. Hunting for anything in particular this fall besides BTAC? Yeah, I don't even hunt BTAC because it's like, I don't know. I have no idea even know, like, maybe hunting a jackalope or something. I don't know. I have probably a better chance of hunting a jackalope than finding a BTAC these days. So, man, you know what? The hunting game has just gotten to the point where it's exhausting. You almost don't even want to participate in some of it because it's just, there's so much kind of, you know, BS in the game nowadays. So, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Cheers. Great content. Really appreciate that, sir. Thank you. That's the thing. I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way with some of it. I mean, I think if you somehow come across something, great. But those days of like sitting in lines for a day or whatever, I mean, maybe if you had a good shot at something, I would consider doing it. But man, there's just so many people in the game nowadays that it's kind of taken away some of the fun, you know, and the camaraderie. Like, you know, you maybe like you'd go to like Four Roses and maybe spend the night and wait in line, but you had a really good shot at getting something. That was the thing with that. You had a really good opportunity. If you got there the day before, you were in a good spot to get a bottle. Nowadays, I don't even know if you could get there the day before. It's just, you like people were down for the birthday bourbon, down at Old Forester. People were there a week. Like, you're talking about a week, like in line. Like, I got more things to do, better things to do with my time than stand in line, even if I'm in a tent or whatever, for days. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, I could be hunting some cantaloupe, maybe. I dig some cantaloupe, easy to find. You don't have to wait in line for it. So, Coy Hill. Okay, so Mojo, refresh my memory. Am I missing something? I want Coy Hill, and maybe I'm drawing a blank right now. So, Cam, that's the thing. It's just gotten to the point where, it just, with the flippers and all of that, it's just gotten to the point where you almost can't even compete with these people, and the prices that some people pay for stuff now. It's ridiculous. Yes, I would agree. I mean, nowadays it's almost like regular camping. I mean, you're not even guaranteed to get anything anymore. There's so many damn people. So, all right, what do you got, Adam? Nice selection of merchandise, order placed, love it. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's some good stuff. I know we just got some of the long sleeve ones that Brian added to the site. So really nice kind of soft t-shirt. They all run about normal size. So whatever you normally wear, I think you're good to go. So yeah, we've got the Mash and Journey, the My Bourbon Journey stuff, all of those things over there. And hopefully once we get the site up and going, we'll have all of this right on, mashandjourney.com, and everybody will have access to all these things. But oh yeah, Jesus, that's ridiculous. Coy Hill, the special JD release. Yeah. That would be awesome. That would be cool. One other thing, I would like to find the 10-year just to give it a try. I'm not going to pay any kind of secondary prices or anything like that for it, but I think it's probably worth having, a nice 10-year Jack Daniels. I think that's probably worth, having in the old bourbon portfolio, so to speak. So thanks for shedding some light on me, for me, Ethan. I'm terrible at hunting. Most people are terrible at hunting. The problem is you can barely even do it anymore. So it's so tough to take that amount of time. And that's the other thing. And I think that's one of the things when Jason and I started the club was when you think about bottles that are, I guess, kind of, special outside of, some of the BTACs and things like that. But a lot of the single barrels are really where things are different and unique. I know there's a lot of us who do some different things, and everybody brings a little something different to the table. But, getting these single barrels, from clubs, I think are a fantastic way to get some great whiskeys at a pretty decent price. And, so, I mean, that was kind of one of the things we talked about, was part of that bourbon game being just kind of, difficult and exhausting, that this would be an opportunity to give people something that's going to be a little bit different and unique. So, yeah, I forgot. I was drawing a blank for, I don't even know why, but yeah, that'd be something cool to get a hold of. That's for sure. That's where I think Jack Daniels is shining. I think all of their special release stuff, I mean, 99% of it is just absolutely fantastic and definitely worth the price on that. So you got to go on these once in a while, Jay. It's just the way it is, man. Richie, I just let the bottles come to me. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, that's kind of my approach now, is that if something comes to me, or I run across it, or someone's able to find something for me or whatever, then great. I appreciate all of that. But man, it's just the chase of these things has gotten to the point where it's crazy. You can't even get ahead of these flippers anymore. So single barrels are just allocated now. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the other problems, is some of these things are part of that as well. But, I mean, hey, if you can get into some of these clubs, Tim, and you have access to them, then yeah. But again, I would agree. Some of the single barrels aren't like it was even a couple years ago, where you could go to a store and they'd be sitting there ready to go. That they do get snatched up pretty quickly. And that's probably part of the reason, is that, people realize that a lot of these single barrels are, hey man, when that's gone, it's gone. There is nothing else. So, man, these are some you cannot go wrong here. I mean, even the everyday off the shelfer Russell's Reserve are some of my favorite ones. And it's just, I don't know, that's just one of those things where if you can get picks, generally speaking, they're usually pretty solid. Russell's is a good one. So my husband is a hunter. I'm too lazy, but it works out. Yeah. Hey, you get to go hike in the mountains while he's sitting in line, waiting for Blanton's or something like that. So, what's the Ritter have to say? I got an old faux birthday bourbon this year, but paid. No, see, I refuse. I've just gotten to the point now where, honestly, it's just not, if you can get it and not have to do all of the hunting and you're willing to pay the price for it, okay, great. It's a good bourbon, no doubt about that. But everything leading up to that is where I have the issue. But yeah, and I think this is the fun part of it, John. This was, again, part of why Jason and I did this thing, is that we can interact with people as part of the club, find things that are different. If people have suggestions and that we can find different things, then that's what we really want to be doing. We want to try to do things that are fun, different, slightly unique. They're all going to be unique from the standpoint of we're picking a barrel that nobody else has access to. So that in itself is unique, but we just refuse to compromise. And we've talked about this, and we've been in those tasting areas where we're going back and forth, and we're trying to sell each other on things. So it's crazy. So to you, fine sir, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. Looking forward to getting into that a little bit more and getting that review. So Young, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. What else we got here? I'm a little behind. Oh no, okay, not as bad as I thought. I thought I was further behind on the chat. So anyway, there we have it. So I guess, why don't we do this? We'll go maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. So if you guys want to get in on the 2 Elijah Craig barrel proofs and the E.H. Taylor small batch, those are the 3 giveaways. They're all going to be to 3 different winners tonight. So get those super chats in. I'll probably go for another maybe 10 or 15 minutes if you guys are good with that. So I know the junkies are going, but I don't interfere with anything that they're doing. So, the Blanton stuff, the chase for that. So yeah, if you can get a gold or straight from the barrel, that's where it's at. I know there's a couple websites you can find some of the gold and the straight from the barrel. But again, there was another thing when Buffalo Trace came out, whether it was maybe a year or 2 ago, and they were talking about being able to release some of the straight from the barrel, here in the United States. I've yet to know anybody or talk to anyone who ever even found a bottle of that here in the States. It's just more of the Buffalo Trace marketing, stuff. So it's just exhausting sometimes trying to keep up with all of that stuff. So, all right. So we're about an hour and a half in. So what is it? 8:30 my time. So not too bad. All right. Maybe we'll go a little longer. If anybody wants to get in on the deal, we'll run some, the super chats. We'll do 3 individual ones, of course. And then we'll do it as the, the winner of the 2 Eagle Rare, store picks and the, E.H. Taylor. So get in on that deal. It's a pretty good shot at it. So, what's Young say? We've had a glut of lands pick in Arizona. That's probably one thing. If we were able or given the opportunity to do one, we probably wouldn't turn it down, would be my guess. Because I think it could still be, a fun thing to have for the club. But would I necessarily be chasing after regular Blantons, probably not, but I think picks are really, really kind of a fun things. Look at this. Look who showed up. You old dirty bastard. 2 wheels down, the Swami. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Been a while, that's for sure. Hopefully you're doing well. All right, let me have a little bit of water here. Swami, you still doing stuff with the channel? I know you got the 2 wheels down. Are you still doing some of that stuff as well? I wasn't sure if you were still doing some of the lives. I haven't seen you do anything with the channel lately, so I wasn't sure if you were still up and running or not. So hopefully so. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, to get back to, first, I would definitely find some of this. I think the backbone is a really cool one. I think that's different, unique, just in its own right. I think that's a cool one. Definitely would be all in on the 14-year Lucky 7 at $135. I think that's a pretty solid deal. So, boy, this is opened up. It's become almost like a caramel apple pie, to be honest. Yeah, definitely much more pastry. Man, it's thick and rich, full-bodied. I'll tell you guys this. If somehow you can find this now, I would definitely, let me see if I can get that to, there we go. I would definitely find a bottle of that, especially at $135. And this one, I wouldn't sleep on this either. I think this is a really, really solid. Get that to focus. There we go. I think that one's really pretty nice too. That's $85. I'd probably pony up the other $60 or $50 for the 14-year, but still, they're both really, really solid bourbons right there for sure. All right, what do we got here? How's it going, Andy? Good to see you. Thanks for all your barrel picks. Yeah, man, we are trying. That's for sure. So, I guess that's one thing I'd say is that if for some reason, you don't want to participate and be in all these, stand in line for things and do all that, maybe Andy can, vouch for us. Adam, a lot of guys in here, ladies, all of that. We are trying hard to bring you guys different things and good stuff all of the time. So like Friday, we've got we've already announced everything. So Friday, we've got the Penelope 4-grain that we were able to blend and put together. So that's coming out on Friday. That we'll release that. So, again, something different, a little more unique. Again, that's going to be our blend. It's what we put together. So there's not going to be any more of that. The cool part is that they took half that we're going to do as the barrel strength 4-grain, and then we're going to toast the 4-grain. So it's being toasted as we speak. So, okay. So, Peerless. No, we don't have any word on the Peerless yet. And the Wilderness Trail, I'm assuming, is going to be relatively soon. We did get something that from them not that long ago that things were a little bit delayed. So we're not exactly sure when the Wilderness Trail pick is coming. After Friday and the Penelope, we'll have the Driftless Glen, which, man, oh man, I'll tell you, when we did that pick, I think people were pleasantly surprised as to how well that all turned out. We were able to get not only a bourbon, but a rye. There's very little of the rye that we were able to get. So we're really looking forward to those. And then following that, we're going to have, which I was blown away by, this American whiskey from Westland. It was so good. It was unbelievable. So that will be coming. Could be, let's see where we're at. So we're already a week into November. So then we'll have, let's see, we've got Penelope coming this week. Driftless probably in a week or so, week or 10 days. Westland might be the end of November, maybe beginning of December. And then we've got some other good things coming shortly. Like Katie had mentioned, we still have the Peerless, the Wilderness Trail. Let me see. Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, so let's go back to this. So only a few more minutes. I'll probably run this thing. Let's go 5 more minutes. So get the super chats in. We'll run it 5 more minutes, and then we'll let I'll do Adriana can let me know how many participants there are. I'll just pull 3 random numbers just off the top of my head, and Adriana can pair those up, and we'll find out who tonight's winners are. So 5 minutes, get them in, and we'll fire away. So appreciate everybody for joining tonight, by the way. And for everybody who's contributed a bottle, Darrell, Todd, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. So, Matt, what do you got here? How do barrel picks work between both channels? Does Jason have access to half the bottle? Nope. So what we do is, so if you're either a patron of either Jason or myself, we both have tiers. So we both have basically 4 tiers, and how it works is we release, so the people who contribute basically the most or want to be in tier 1 get the opportunity to get a bottle first. We work our way down on the hour, starting with tier 1, tier 2, 3, 4, and work our way down. So that was one of the things we felt like, well, if you're going to support us, like that, then that was going to give you the access to be able to get the bottles as part of the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. So, Matt, if you're interested, I would encourage it. It's good. We're having a great time with it. I think other people can tell you. I think the picks that we've done have been really, really nice, and it's something different, unique, fun, great bunch of people. So definitely consider joining. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email or something along those lines. Would be happy to talk to you about it. So, Rye guy, pick me. All right, maybe. You never know. So, yep, nailed it for sure. What do we got here? What's Ritter got to say? So, you're welcome, my friend. Send me the CBP pick. Yeah, I'll definitely send you that for sure. You are welcome. What else we got here? All right, so a couple more minutes. So we got the 2-minute warning right now. Get in the super chats if you want to be part of the entries tonight. I don't think there's a whole ton of them, so you got some good odds right now. So we'll run in a couple more minutes, and then we'll shut her down. So thanks, Rain. And that's the thing. I mean, we're really trying, and we're not just going to. We've already talked about this and have almost done it. And there's been a couple that we've walked away from and just passed on because we're just unwilling to just put a logo on it and call it a day. So that's the way we are. We're just not going to compromise. And if it's crap whiskey, we're not putting that Mash and Journey logo on it. I can tell you that right now. So it's just not gonna happen. So, yeah, I mean, it's not, and we get it. We try to space these out, and we get these time frames for when we think they're going to launch or hit, and we try to do our best to keep them spaced out, because we know they're not all super cheap or anything along those lines. They're not super expensive, either. We're trying to get some things that are still somewhat affordable. And if there's some things that people like more than others, well, then great. But yeah, this for me has been one of my favorite ones so far, period. Like, I mean, it was a hitter whiskey, and I can't say what we've got coming, but we've got some things that are going to compete with with that. So if that's of interest and is a little bit of a tease to you to join the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club, then I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, we've got some cool things coming. So yeah, the bullet picks, both two very different whiskeys. The black one, which I think was maybe number one, more of a cocktail in a glass type of deal. And then the white label was a little bit more straightforward, more of a standard or typical kind of profile, but both very different, both delicious in their own right. So, but yes, definitely, I couldn't agree with you more, Scott. Richie says the whiskey community is fun. Yeah, it's the greatest. I mean, I've met some awesome people, and to be able to do the things that we're doing and meeting people and the experiences and people we've met at the distilleries, all of these things. I mean, people have been absolutely incredible. So, Brett, that's the thing. A lot of people wish they would have had a chance. And again, this is one of the things, through all of the support from you guys, it allows us. So, I mean, how it kind of works is, with all of the support and contribution and the people wanting these picks, the people that we do them through, they're the ones that have to pony up all of the money for a lot of these barrels and what it is that we all do. If we're not able to get rid of these things or sell them, they're not going to want to work with us. So by having the support and people wanting what it is that we do, it's what allows us the ability to maybe get not one Russell's, but now two Russell's barrels, because they know we're going to be able to not only pick two really good whiskeys, but be able to sell them for them. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, the place that we're doing the picks through, they want to make money. So the quicker they're able to get rid of that product, it's a win-win. So with all of that, thank you to everybody who supports everything that we do. We can't say thank you enough for all of that support. So thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. The picks I've gotten have been fantastic. I appreciate what you and Jason are doing. And I'll tell you, we're going to be transparent. I mean, we're going to tell you what's going on as much as we can, keep everybody involved. And that's the other thing. So people that are, contributing to my channel, to Jason's, we each pick when we do these picks, we try to get people involved. So people who are supporting us for, the time being or for a length of time or whatever it may be, we want to get you guys involved. So we don't want to just do these on our own. We want to get other people involved and make it be part of this community, not just a bottle buying club. We want this to be something special for you guys. So, yeah, look at this guy lurking around. He's like, I bet this guy's off. Yep, I'm hammering away here. This is what it is. It's hammer time. So I'm about ready to wrap it up. So, thanks, Tim. Greatly appreciate all that. So, all right. So we're 1 hour and 43 in. What are we at right now? 8:43, 9:43, whatever. Let's go 2 more minutes. So anybody who wants access at either 8:45 or 9:45, we're going to shut it down and we'll do the randomizer. So if you haven't gotten in and you're considering it, get in the super chats and you'll be entered for the giveaway tonight. So 3 bottles, 2 Eagle Rare store picks, and 1 E.H. Taylor small batch. So get in there. I don't know about a machine or not, but yeah, probably once I'm done with this, I'll probably be heading off to bed or whatever. But no, not really. But I can't stop, won't stop. Oh boy. I was just saying, man, we're pounding away at the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. That's for sure. And I'm excited for all of this. I mean, I love being a part of it. Jason and I mean, we're good friends, and we really enjoy some of this stuff that we're able to do for you guys. So it's been a lot of fun. So we're gonna keep at it. That's for sure. So. What do we got here? All right, we got one more minute. So let's fire away. And once we hit the thanks, Catherine. Greatly appreciate that. That's the thing. We just, I appreciate the support. Jason appreciates it. We really do. So, all right, here he is. I gotta get him to make a quick appearance here. Get over here. All right, there he is. We got the brew man shoe in here. So, got to make his weekly appearance. So, what do you think there? I don't know. I think he looks pretty good for 14. What do you think? There he is, the brew boy, brew man shoe. Oh, he's got a little bit of drool on him. Oh, jeez. All right, well, I'm sure probably when I'm 80 years old or whatever the hell it is in dog years, I'll probably be drooling on myself, probably even worse than that. So, all right, go see Mom. We got to wrap her up. So, all right, so let's do this. So we are good. So let's do this. So we are, yeah, exactly. Old and grumpy, kind of like his dad sometimes. So, okay, Adriana, let's shut her down. So we're good. I don't think anyone's coming in with anything else. So we're good. So Adriana, let me know how many participants we had tonight, and then I'll just give you whatever 3 random numbers, and you can tell us who the winners are for tonight. How's that sound? And thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate it. If anybody joined Patreon tonight, I'll find out in a little bit. But thank you so much for all that. If anybody has any questions regarding the club, you can always send me an email. Glasses, we've got some of the Kenzies, some Glens coming here pretty soon. So if you want some of those, again, shoot me an email and I can try to get you 61. Holy cow. All right. So, all right, let's do this. Let's go with the right out of the gate. So, okay, so we've got 2 Eagle Rare store picks and 1 E.H. Taylor. So we'll split them up. So we'll go with mine first, which is, there's the pick or whatever, Eagle Rare pick. We'll do this one first. My favorite number. So winner number 13, Adriana, who is number 13. That will be the pick for my bottle. And then if you're still in here tonight and you're in here, whatever, and you win the bottle, just shoot me an email with the shipping information. I'll get this thing out to you ASAP. So. Man, it's kind of nice when these, almost 2 hours has gone by. It's crazy, but you don't realize how much you kind of miss doing some of the lives and meeting up with everybody until you haven't done one in a little bit. I only missed last week, but I'll wait to see what we've got. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. Richie, John, I don't think. No, so this actually, in full transparency, was sent to me. I just got this one maybe a week and a half or so ago. I don't even know if they've released it yet or not. So if I find out more info, I'll let you know. So, all right, who do we have? Oh, that's fine. Oh, Richie. All right, my man, Richie. Okay. All right. So Richie, just shoot me an email or message or whatever, and we'll make sure to get the Eagle Rare pick off to you. So let's go with next. We'll go with the E.H. Taylor small batch from Todd Ritter. So Adriana, let's see. Let's go with we're 1 through 61. Let's go with, how about number 44? We'll go with 44. Can't go wrong with an Eagle Rare store pick. I mean, hey, you used to be able to find so many of these, like, just, good bourbons, but man, it's gotten absolutely crazy. So, but I figured, I've got a few of some of these, and Lord knows we all have enough bourbon, so figured what the hell, we'll share one with someone. So the H. Taylor small batch, thanks to Todd Ritter for including that. He apparently can find these things. John is another one who wins these damn things all the time. John, congratulations, buddy. Unbelievable. So I think I've got your info. Just shoot me a message on Patreon. You can send me there. I'm sure I've got it, but just to make sure. And if you're not in here anymore, I'll follow up with John and let him know. So that's awesome. All right. So finally will be the other Eagle Rare store pick that Darrell was nice enough to contribute tonight. So greatly appreciate everybody for doing that. So let's see. We had 1344. And let's see. Let's go back to my favorite first baseman from going back in the day would have to be Don Mattingly. So that was number 23. So let's go with 20. Let's go with 23. So, yep, you can definitely email me at. Oh, hang on a second. Where did it go? There it is. So, Ben, can't go wrong with that, man. Pop open a little blend. So good. Hey, it's a good everyday solid bourbon. I'm not going to go ape shit or anything like that, but it is what it is. So the rye guy, there he is, coming in with the final Eagle Rare store pick. So congrats, guys. Yeah, I had to go with Donnie Baseball. So that was my guy growing up when I was a kid. I hit 13, which was Dan Marino, and number 23 for Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. So there we go. Rye guy, you thank God. Well, if you're not a Yankee fan, well, maybe you are now, or a Don Mattingly fan, I should say. So number 23 is the winner. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. And again, if anyone ever has any questions, you can always reach out to me, mybourbonjourney01@gmail.com. And love talking whiskey, answering questions, whatever you guys may have. Love to chat, whatever it may be. So again, just to kind of recap for next week. So next week, I'm going to have the owner of Sagamore, Brian Tracy, myself, Jason, Dusty Dan. We were just out there 2 weeks ago at the distillery. Absolutely incredible place. If you're somewhere over there on the East Coast and you've not been there, definitely get over there and take a tour of the place. Try some of their whiskey, all of that. They've got some really, really cool things, and it's just. It's one of those places where I think if people understand and truly know the passion that the guys from Sagamore have and what it is they're going to be doing, I think you'll appreciate the brand even more. So next week, Tuesday, I'll have Brian on, owner of Sagamore. The following week, the guys from Short Barrel Whiskey. So again, some guys that do some sourcing of whiskey. If you're not familiar with them, get familiar. I think it'll be again one of those whiskey companies that started out as a bunch of whiskey enthusiasts who had just kind of turned into a whiskey company, and here we are. So they're pumping out some pretty good stuff as well. So that's awesome. So yeah, so this was that Sagamore was it's a really nice whiskey. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. Adriana, thank you as always for hanging in here for almost 2 hours. Greatly appreciate it. Young, can't say thanks enough, bud. Appreciate that very much. All of that stuff. Joe, Tim, Richie, Brian, everybody tonight who joined, Katie, all of that stuff. Awesome. Glad to see you guys as always. So yeah, next couple weeks we'll have that. And then hopefully as we get into that's going to take us up to about Thanksgiving, roughly, with those lives. And I think after that, we'll do a lives, kind of a Patreon live type of deal, and we'll get the Turks involved. We're going to do kind of a nice little fun kind of night with that, and just kind of have a really fun time. So there we have it. Appreciate everybody for joining tonight and kind of sticking around for a couple hours. Greatly appreciate all the support. So again, thank you so much. Again, if anybody has any questions, fire off an email. We'll get all of the bottles and stuff sent off. But make sure to send me an email if you were one of the winners tonight, and we'll make sure to get the info to the other guys so they can get bottles out. Richie, I'll get your bottle out to you ASAP. So, all right, guys, cheers. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you again for everything. And as always, it's about the journey, not the destination. Cheers, guys. Have a great night. Good rest of your week.